Over 7,000 islands, some of the most pristine beaches on Earth, warm, incredibly welcoming people, world-class diving, street food that costs less than $1 and tastes like a million. And a culture so rich, so layered, so uniquely its own that once you visit, you will be planning your return trip before you even leave. Welcome to the Philippines. This is one of Southeast Asia's most underrated destinations, and I genuinely believe it's one of the most beautiful places on the planet. In this video, I'm giving you the complete guide, the best places to visit, the food you absolutely cannot skip, the hidden gems most tourists never find, and the practical tips that will make your whole trip smoother and smarter. Whether you're a first-timer dreaming of white sand beaches or a seasoned traveler looking to go deeper, this guide is for you. Okay, let's start with the big question. Where do you even begin? If there is one place in the Philippines that lives up to every single photo you've ever seen, it's Palawan. El Nido in the north of Palawan is the star of the show. Think towering limestone cliffs plunging into impossibly blue-green lagoons, hidden beaches only accessible by boat, and snorkeling so clear you feel like you're swimming in an aquarium. Island hopping tours here are a full-day experience and absolutely unmissable. And then there's Coron to the north, famous for its World War II Japanese shipwrecks sitting in perfectly clear water. Even if you don't dive, the lakes, hot springs, and surrounding islands make Coron a destination all on its own. Let's talk Boracay. This tiny island in the Visayas region is home to White Beach, a 4-kilometer stretch of powdery white sand that is genuinely one of the most beautiful beaches you will ever stand on. The sunsets here are extraordinary. After a government-mandated closure and cleanup a few years back, Boracay came back cleaner, better organized, and honestly better than ever. The northern end of the island at Station 1 is quieter and more resort style. The southern end has more of a local market energy. Head to Bulabog Beach on the eastern side for world-class kite surfing, especially between November and April, when the trade winds come in strong. Bohol is one of the most visually unique places in all of Southeast Asia. The headliner is the Chocolate Hills, over 200 perfectly cone-shaped hills spread across the landscape that turn brown in the dry season, giving them that distinctive chocolate box appearance. It sounds strange. It looks extraordinary. But Bohol has more. The Philippine Tarsier Sanctuary is home to one of the world's smallest and most adorable primates. Huge eyes, tiny body, and an endangered species that Bohol takes seriously protecting. And the Lobak River Cruise, drifting through dense jungle on a floating restaurant while listening to live folk music, is one of those slow travel experiences that stays with you. Cloud9 Surf Break, Coconut Palm Roads, island hopping Siargao has become the crown jewel of the Philippine surf and lifestyle scene. And honestly, the hype is justified. Cloud9, the famous hollow right-hand reef break, is one of the best surf waves in Asia. If you surf, this is a pilgrimage. But even if you don't surf, Siargao's laid-back charm, the jungle road trips between coconut farms, the crystal-clear tidal pools of Sugba Lagoon, and the island hopping out to Naked Island, Daku, and Guyam will keep you busy and happy for a week minimum. Siargao has a feeling unlike anywhere else. Equal parts adventure, beach life, and total freedom. Intramuros fort walls, Manila Bay sunset, Binondo street food. And don't write off Manila. The capital is chaotic, yes, but it's also fascinating. Intramuros, the 16th century Spanish walled city, is one of the most historically rich areas in all of Southeast Asia. Walking its cobblestone streets and visiting Fort Santiago is a step back in time that most visitors rush past too quickly. Binondo, Manila's Chinatown, the oldest in the world, is an absolute food paradise. And Manila Bay at sunset, with the sky turning pink and gold over the water, is one of those city moments that will surprise you completely. Filipino food, let's set the record straight, it is fantastic and criminally underappreciated on the world stage. Bold flavors, big portions, deeply comforting, and almost always very affordable. Here's what you need to eat: whole roasted pig on a spit, crispy golden skin being carved. We start with the crown jewel of Filipino cuisine, lechon. A whole pig, slow roasted over charcoal for hours until the skin is shatteringly crisp and the meat is fall-apart tender. This is the centerpiece of every Filipino celebration, and when you taste it, you'll understand why. The best lechon in the Philippines is widely considered to come from Cebu, and I can confirm that is not an exaggeration. If you're in Cebu, going to Zubuchan or Rico's Lechon is non-negotiable. Chicken or pork adobo in a dark sauce, served with steamed rice. The national dish, adobo. Chicken or pork braised low and slow in vinegar, soy sauce, garlic, bay leaves, and black pepper, until the sauce reduces into something sticky, tangy, savory, and deeply satisfying. Every Filipino family has their own version, and every version is slightly different and completely worth trying. It's served with white rice, always with white rice, and it is pure comfort food. Steaming bowl of sinigang with pork, kangkong, and vegetables. Next, sinigang. This is a sour tamarind-based soup with pork, shrimp, or fish, loaded with vegetables like kangkong, water spinach, radish, eggplant, and tomatoes. The sourness is bold and intentional, and it works as a palate cleanser unlike anything else. On a hot day in the Philippines, which is most days, a hot bowl of sinigang is somehow exactly what you need. It sounds counterintuitive. It works every time. Street food stalls at night, skewers on grill, cups of halo halo. Filipino street food is an experience unto itself. Isa, grilled chicken, or pork intestines on skewers, marinated and charred on a roadside grill, is a true local staple. Dip it in vinegar with chili and shallots. It's delicious, I promise. Then there's balut, the famous fertilized duck egg, eaten as a street snack that every travel show has made a big deal about. Yes, it's confronting. Yes, locals eat it all the time. Yes, you should try it at least once. It's actually good once you get past the visual. And for dessert, halo halo, a towering glass of shaved ice, evaporated milk, sweet beans, coconut strips, nata de coco, purple yam ice cream, and whatever else the vendor decides to throw in. It's colorful, chaotic, refreshing, and one of the most fun desserts in Southeast Asia. Tapsilog on a plate, cured beef, garlic fried rice, fried egg. Don't overlook Filipino breakfast. The silog combinations are iconic. Tapsilog, cured beef tapa with garlic fried rice and fried egg. Longsilog, sweet pork, longanisa sausage, sinangag rice, itlog egg. Tasilog, sweet cured pork, rice, egg. All of them are cheap, filling, and deeply satisfying. Find a local carinderia, a small Filipino canteen, and order one. You will be going back the next morning. Pro tip. In the Philippines, eating at a carinderia or turo-turo, where you point at pre-cooked dishes behind a glass counter, is where you'll find the most authentic, cheapest, and honestly, some of the most delicious food of your entire trip. Don't be shy. Point at whatever looks good. The Philippines' most famous spots are famous for good reason. If you're willing to venture a little further, this country will reward you in ways most tourists never experience. Rolling green hills, stone houses, dramatic ocean cliffs. Batanes is the Philippines' northernmost province, closer to Taiwan than to Manila, and it looks unlike anywhere else in the country. Rolling green hills, dramatic ocean cliffs, stone Ivatan houses that have stood for centuries, and a pace of life that feels completely removed from the modern world. There are no traffic lights. Crime is virtually non-existent. People leave their doors unlocked. It's a glimpse at a Philippines that time has barely touched. Getting there requires a flight, but it is absolutely worth it. Hanging coffins on cliff face, cave trekking, terraced rice fields and mist. In the mountain province of the Cordillera, the cool highland town of Sagada sits at over 1,500 meters above sea level. It's famous for the hanging coffins. Ancient Igorot coffins literally nailed to the side of cliff faces as a burial tradition that dates back centuries. You can also spelunk through Sumaging Cave, hike to incredible viewpoints, or simply enjoy the rare experience of being cold in the Philippines. The drive through the Cordillera Mountains and the Banawe Rice Terraces, year-old terraces carved by hand into the mountains, is one of the most stunning road trips in the country. Volcano backdrop, sunken cemetery cross, waterfalls. Camiguin is a tiny island off the coast of northern Mindanao with more volcanoes per square kilometer than anywhere else on Earth. It's small enough to circle by motorbike in a day, but diverse enough to fill a week. The sunken cemetery, where an entire graveyard was swallowed by the sea during a volcanic eruption in the 1800s, is marked by a giant cross rising out of the water and is one of the most eerie and fascinating dive sites in the Philippines. Waterfalls, hot springs, and a slow, quiet local lifestyle round out one of the country's most underrated islands. Manta rays underwater, pristine coral reef, live aboard boat. For serious divers, Tabataha Reef in the Sulu Sea is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and considered one of the best dive sites in the entire world. Untouched, remote, and only accessible by live-aboard dive boat during a short season from March to June. The marine life here, sharks, rays, turtles, walls of fish, is in a class of its own. It takes effort to get here, but it is the kind of experience you talk about for the rest of your life. Alright, let's make sure your trip actually goes smoothly. The Philippines is an incredible destination. A little preparation goes a very long way, so here are the most important things to know. Tip 1. Plan your island hopping logistics. This is the most important logistical tip for the Philippines. Because it's an archipelago, getting between islands means taking flights or ferries. And this needs to be planned in advance. Cebu Pacific and AirAsia Philippines are the main budget carriers for inter-island flights. And they're cheap if you book early. For shorter routes, fast ferries run between many islands. But weather can disrupt everything here. Typhoon season runs roughly from June through November, and boat cancellations are common when seas are rough. Always build buffer days into your itinerary, and never schedule a tight connection after an island ferry ride. Tip 2. Money and costs. The Philippines uses the Philippine peso. As of this year, it's an extremely affordable destination. Budget travelers can live well on 30, 50 USD a day, including accommodation, food, and transport. Mid-range travelers spending 80, 120 USD will live very comfortably. Cash is king outside of major cities and tourist resorts. ATMs are available in most towns, but not always on smaller islands. Stock up on cash before heading to places like Coron, Sagada, or the Batanes. BDO and BPI are the most reliable ATM networks. Avoid solo money changers on the street. Stick to banks or reputable exchange counters in malls. Tip 3. SIM card and connectivity. Pick up a SIM card at the airport on arrival. Globe and Smart are the two main networks. Get a data plan immediately. You'll need maps for navigation, Grab for ride-hailing, and the ability to message accommodations when ferries run late. Outside of major cities and tourist centers, connectivity can be patchy, especially on smaller islands. So download offline maps on Google Maps or Maps.me before you leave civilization. Tip 4. Getting around locally. In cities, use Grab. It's safe, metered, and saves you from taxi fare negotiations. In smaller towns and islands, tricycles, motorbikes with a sidecar, are the most common local transport and cost almost nothing. Habal-habal, motorbike taxis, are common in rural areas. Always negotiate the fare before you get on. And if you're island hopping anywhere in the Philippines, you'll be riding bangkas, traditional outrigger boats with bamboo floats on the sides. They're perfectly safe in calm conditions, but take a dry bag for your phone and camera. Splashing is inevitable. Tip 5. Health and safety. Standard tropical travel health rules apply. Don't drink tap water, use bottled or filtered. Food from busy, high-turnover stalls is generally safe and fresher than quiet ones. Sunscreen is essential. The Philippine sun, especially in coastal areas, is fierce and fast. Reef-safe sunscreen is the responsible choice in marine-protected areas. Travel insurance is absolutely non-negotiable, especially for a country where you're likely to be on motorbikes, boats, and doing ocean activities. Medical facilities in major cities like Manila and Cebu are good, but on remote islands, any serious emergency requires evacuation. Get insured. Typhoon awareness is important too. Check weather forecasts daily during typhoon season and stay flexible with your plans. Locals always know the weather better than any app. Ask your guest house owner. Tip 6. Culture, respect, and local etiquette. The Filipino people are genuinely among the warmest, most hospitable people you will encounter anywhere in the world. Kindness is deeply embedded in the culture, known as Filipino hospitality or malasakit, and meeting it with respect goes a very long way. Tip 3. SIM card and connectivity. Pick up a SIM card at the airport on arrival. Globe and Smart are the two main networks. Get a data plan immediately. You'll need maps for navigation, Grab for ride-hailing, and the ability to message accommodations when ferries run late. Outside of major cities and tourist centers, connectivity can be patchy, especially on smaller islands. So download offline maps on Google Maps or Maps.me before you leave civilization. The Philippines is a predominantly Catholic country, and religion plays a central role in daily life. When visiting churches, and there are beautiful ones everywhere, Dress modestly and be respectful of Mass and prayer times. In Muslim communities in Mindanao and the Sulu archipelago, cover up, remove shoes before entering mosques, and be mindful of prayer schedules. And one final practical tip. Filipino time is a real concept. Schedules are loose, ferries are approximate, and things move at a relaxed pace. Embrace it. The Philippines is not a place to rush. The slower you go, the more you'll see. The Philippines doesn't just offer great travel, it offers something rare. Genuine connection with the landscapes, with the food, with the culture, and with the people. In a world where so many popular destinations can feel curated and performed, the Philippines still feels real. More than 7,000 islands are waiting for you. You only need to pick the first one. Visit travelexpedi.com for affordable travel deals and budget-friendly suitcases. Some links in this description are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a small commission if you make a purchase, at no extra cost to you. This helps support the channel and allows me to keep creating free travel content. Thank you for your support. If this guide helped you get one step closer to booking that ticket, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop your destination in the comments. I'm making deep dive guides on Palawan, Siargao, and Bohol individually very soon. Safe travels. And as they say in the Philippines, mabuhay.